We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
4. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
He's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Complete to Odell Beckham Jr.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defense.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Wilson on the tackle.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And 7 at the 8-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
31-yard attempt. Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
A 55-yard attempt.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
Thrown away.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
10 at the 24-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Burrow. This will be caught just inside the 10. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Olivier Vernon with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. quarterback will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The handoff to Nick.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 50.
Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
27.
Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 40.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At the
2nd and 9 from the 44. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
The 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's see what you got. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50. Pick up the ball.
To the air again, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Ross as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10.
The score, Bengals 13, Browns 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And the Browns first down.
First down throw from Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Austin Hooper. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 20.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Burrow's pass.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He finds his running back, Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Ready? Check 24.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Well, finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
So just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And unable to connect, incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Burrow now off the bootleg. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And 7 at the Bengals 39 yards.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Give to Nick Chubb.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 21. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
13-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the counter, Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A draw play for Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
On the carry.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Joe Mixon.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 36.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And this one is right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Mayfield on play action. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Browns.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Mayfield finding Beckham, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They try to eat some clock and mix it. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here we go with Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. That's caught at the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
At the 24-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because